What if you stayed true for 30 years, even when the industry told you to change? What if you built brick by brick, album by album, speech by speech, until the world had no choice but to recognize you? This isn't hype. This isn't luck. This is a lesson in conviction. Killer Mike didn't just rap. He built businesses, led protests, mentored his community, and turned his career into a blueprint for long-term success. And that's why his story matters for you. Because in a world chasing quick clout and fast money, Killer Mike shows us something rare, what it looks like to stay consistent, stay rooted, and still rise to the very top. The spark with OutKast. Michael Render, better known as Killer Mike, was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. For him, hip-hop wasn't just music. It was survival, expression, and identity. By the early 2000s, Atlanta was producing some of the most powerful voices in rap. Killer Mike's entry into the industry was explosive. He stepped onto the stage with Atlanta's biggest names, OutKast. His appearance on Snappin' and Trappin', and the Grammy winning The Whole World demanded attention. Almost overnight, insiders whispered, this guy could be next. When he dropped Monster, it seemed like the start of a classic rise, but labels didn't know how to package him. He wasn't the typical Southern rapper. He was politically charged, raw, and deeply rooted in his community. His music wasn't just entertainment, it was commentary. Instead of becoming an overnight superstar, Killer Mike refused to compromise or change his voice to fit a mold. Your art is your truth. Don't let systems mute you because they can't package you. The grind, building independence. If his debut didn't bring the recognition he deserved, Killer Mike didn't fold. He chose a bolder path, independence, launching Grind Time official records to control his music, message, and destiny. For over a decade, Mike hustled relentlessly, touring underground venues, pressing records by hand, and connecting with fans personally. Each performance, no matter how small, was a step toward building something lasting. Albums like I Pledge Allegiance to the Grind and RAP Music weren't for radio charts. They were testaments to resilience, authenticity, and truth. While others chased quick fame, Mike stayed grounded, creating music that spoke directly to people ignored by mainstream media. He wasn't seeking validation from labels or executives. Instead, he cultivated loyalty, respect, and a community that stuck with him through every challenge. His independence wasn't just strategy, it was a statement. Don't beg for a seat at someone else's table. Build your own and make them line up for an invite. Run the jewels. Partnership as a force multiplier. The next chapter arrived when Mike met LP, a Brooklyn producer with the same uncompromising drive. At first glance, they seemed an unlikely duo. Atlanta meets New York, Southern grit meets experimental edge. But together, they discovered an unstoppable synergy. They formed Run the Jewels, a partnership built on trust, creativity, and shared vision. Instead of conforming to the music industry's rules, they released albums for free, toured relentlessly, and let fans dictate their success. The result was revolutionary. Festivals, sold-out tours, video game soundtracks, even Hollywood trailers, Run the Jewels dominated culture on their own terms. Their music wasn't just sound. It was activism, energy, and rebellion all at once. Songs like Legend Has It and Blockbuster Night became anthems of defiance and unity. Their partnership proved that independence, when multiplied by the right collaborator, can exceed anything a label could engineer. Each pushed the other creatively, taking risks neither could have taken alone, while building a movement with global reach. Find your LP. The right partner doesn't just add to your vision, they amplify it. Activist, entrepreneur, icon. Killer Mike's influence extends far beyond music. Rap for him has always been inseparable from responsibility. He understood early that cultural power must be paired with action. He launched the Swag Shop, a chain of barbershops across Atlanta, providing jobs, safe spaces, and community hubs. These weren't just businesses, they were catalysts for growth and empowerment, teaching ownership and pride. His Netflix series Trigger Warning challenged audiences to think critically about race, education, and economics, sparking conversations that transcended entertainment. And when protests erupted, Mike didn't tweet from the sidelines. He stood on the front lines, speaking passionately, mobilizing communities, and using his voice to amplify the marginalized.
It is time to hold mayoral offices accountable, chiefs and deputy chiefs. Atlanta is not perfect, but we're a lot better than we ever were, and we're a lot better than cities are. I'm mad as hell.
In 2024, all the persistence, courage, and commitment culminated in triumph. His album, Michael swept the Grammys, Best Rap Album, Best Rap Song, Best Rap Performance. The industry that once doubted him now honored his integrity and vision. Play the long game. Success built on integrity takes longer, but it lasts longer. The leader, impact beyond music, Killer. Mike's influence extends far beyond the studio. He became a true leader in his community, using his platform to educate, empower, and mobilize. From organizing voter registration drives to mentoring young entrepreneurs, Mike turned visibility into action. His speeches resonate because they're grounded in experience, not theory. He knows the streets, the struggles, and the systemic barriers facing Black communities. Through the swag shop and other ventures, he's provided jobs, mentorship, and opportunities for economic independence. He also collaborates with local schools, nonprofits, and civic groups, ensuring his message reaches the next generation. His activism proves that fame without impact is hollow. True legacy comes from using influence to create tangible, lasting change. Killer Mike demonstrates that leadership isn't about headlines, it's about responsibility, courage, and commitment. Every action is purposeful, every voice amplified. Leadership is measured by impact, not followers. Influence is powerful when it elevates others, not just yourself. The legacy, building the blueprint. Killer Mike's journey is a masterclass in long-term thinking. Every decision, from independence to partnerships, activism, and entrepreneurship, was intentional. He didn't chase trends. He built a blueprint for sustainable influence and success. His story is a roadmap for anyone who wants to create lasting impact. Combine talent with integrity, amplify others, and stay consistent when the spotlight fades. He shows that success isn't just awards or chart-topping albums, it's the cumulative effect of choices that empower communities and inspire generations. By 2024, Mike's work was undeniable. Grammys, cultural influence, thriving businesses, and a loyal following spanning the globe. His dedication to mentorship, civic engagement, and economic empowerment sets him apart. He proved that staying true to your vision, even amid resistance, earns respect and influence that endure beyond fame. Legacy isn't given, it's built, one deliberate action at a time. Your influence grows when your work uplifts both yourself and those around you. True success leaves a mark that inspires long after the applause fades. The future, igniting the next generation. Killer Mike's story isn't just about his achievements, it's about the seeds he's planting for the future. Every bar, every business, every speech is a lesson in perseverance, integrity, and empowerment. He understands that true influence is measured not by awards, but by the lives changed and opportunities created. Through mentorship programs, community initiatives, and his growing media presence, Mike is preparing the next generation to take up the mantle. Young artists, activists, and entrepreneurs look to him as proof that success can coexist with responsibility. His vision goes beyond music and money. It's about cultivating leaders who will continue the work of building strong, resilient communities. By modeling how to merge art, activism, and entrepreneurship, he ensures that his legacy is alive and evolving, inspiring those who will shape culture and society long after his era. True greatness multiplies when you empower others. Your legacy lives in those you uplift. Killer Mike's story isn't about chasing clout, it's about staying true to your principles, building brick by brick, and earning recognition on your own terms. His blueprint rests on 3 pillars: conviction, community, and consistency. Conviction: he never let the industry silence his truth. Community: his businesses and activism uplifted more than himself. Consistency: he kept going year after year, even without the spotlight. So here's the question: what's the one thing you'll stay consistent with for the next 10 years? That's your Killer Mike blueprint. If you found value in this story, hit like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to Mansa Musa Mode for more cultural stories. And check Mansa Musa Mindset for deep dives on strategies behind the world's most influential figures.